Hey everyone, I've got quite a few Makselife videos posting today. Be sure to check my channel or check the description box. I've got like a whole walkthrough of all of the Makselife goodness coming, but I really wanted to do an in-depth side-by-side comparison of the new folios. I did end up getting 3 because they were totally my colors. You guys know I love me some pink and teal. I've still got the packaging in this one. That's what's sticking out of the top, but they got a complete facelift and redesign. They are completely different from last year. It's the same basic idea of the elastics in the same A5 structure, but they definitely tweaked and majorly improved these. So I really wanted to do a separate dedicated video. Okay, so listen, the magnets are so strong I did not even realize my button actually wasn't buttoned. That's how strong the magnets are. So I'm gonna button that. Okay, so this is the newer one. It is still vegan leather, but it totally feels completely different. It's a little bit thicker, so more notebooks will fit in it now. It also has the snap closure. We're gonna change camera angles and walk through the differences, but like, look, you can see differences right offhand. I am super excited about the new ones. We're going to compare it to the older version and I'll show you guys all the new tweaks and improvements. Before we hop to the other camera angle, I do have a coupon code down below for you guys. You can use that link. It is an affiliate link. Let's go ahead and hop into the other camera angle. We'll talk folio systems. I have lost daylight, so I've got my light on, but I wanted to show you guys how they came packaged. They have a plastic film over them. I already took that off, but they are protected on the little button. And then there's also a piece in here that protects it from rubbing against each part. And then there's also the foam inside. And I thought about probably keeping the foam if I'm not going to put things in them, so it keeps the shape. Kind of like when your bag comes with a piece of foam, you want to keep the bag shape intact when it's in storage. I would totally put this on the shelf with the foam in it if I don't have books in it. So I might hold on to those. Otherwise, I'm going to throw away all the other storage components and things. And before we go into the details and start loading it up with various things, I want to try out some of my most common pens here. All right, so I've grabbed quite a few different kinds of pens. I also really like the Energel Clenna, which I'm trying to grab one off my desk. So we've got various pens, like pin things on them. It is stretchy, so I'm assuming they're all gonna slide right in. This one doesn't have a pin clip, so it might end up being loosey-goosey with these click art pens, but any of them that have thicker barrels or clips will fit perfectly. So that's a Moxie marker, the highlighter. We've got a twin tone. Again, this one's like not a great clippy one, so you'd have to make sure you clip it if you don't want it to slip out. And we've got an Energel. Yep, perfect. All right, so like it's gonna fit all these. These are also various Energels. I'm obsessed. Oh, there you go. Here's the Clenna, which is my favorite current pen. And then the Sharpie S Gel pen, also another one of my favorites. Any of the pens are going to fit in there. I'm trying to see if I have anything like thicker that we could test out. I've got the Zig Clean Color dot pen. These are those dot pens that I really like. Let's see. Yep, that one will fit. It's a bit thicker, so it will stay in there pretty well. Let's see, get it out of there. So yeah, great pen loop. I was just most interested to try out the pen loop. So let's really quick compare from last year. Let's talk about how these actually work. They are done like traveler's notebooks where they have the elastic bands, and they are A5 size. So any of your A5 size notebooks will fit. And guess what, guys? Lots of planner companies make A5 size things. So it doesn't have to be that you're only loading it down with Makselife things. Makselife has the companion notebooks, the evening reflection journal, the companion notebooks, these dot grid and lined rainbow notebooks. There are lots of different Makselife specific ones, but there are also other things you can use like A5 planners, notebooks, and things from various companies. So we're going to put this thing to the test and stuff it full of all sorts of things. This one is the new one, and it's got this like smooth material on the inside. Love all the stitching details. It's got lots of different flaps and pockets. It's got the actual snap and also still strong magnets. When I was holding up the folios in one of the videos, at this point I filmed so many Makselife videos that I don't know which one it's actually in, but I thought it was closed, and it's not. You have to make sure you actually snap it closed because those magnets are so strong it felt like that the snap already had snapped. So it's nice and strong. I got makeup on it. I must have had makeup on my hands. I must have touched my face at some point, but it rubbed right off, and this material feels like it would clean up really easily anyway, but that's a really nice strong magnet. It's a really nice strong snap, and it's gonna stay closed a lot better than last year's version. This only has 3 notebooks in it, and of course the magnet's nice and strong. These magnets are stronger, but this one doesn't have a snap. So when I was loading 4 actual nice size notebooks, I'm trying to find the other elastic. When I was still loading it down with 4, you know, big size notebooks. It's closable, but it still like flails up like that. And sometimes it snaps closed, and sometimes just with movement it would unsnap and like bow out a little bit more. Right now it's not doing what I was trying to show, but it's just not nearly as strong. So this one's gonna hold 4 notebooks, much easier just because of the strength of it, but also because it is thicker. You can see visibly this is much thicker than the older one. As far as the material goes, if you have the older one, it's no comparison. This feels like a really nice, soft, leathery feel, whereas this one has the crosshatch design. The cicadas are out and talking, but you can see the texture on this one is a little bit different. I have used this all year, so you can see a little bit of like fingerprint smudging on it here and there. I've never wiped it down with a cloth or anything, so you probably could do that if you needed to, but this is after, you know, a year of use. I've used it in this room. I've also taken it a few times out of the house, not very much, but it still like looks brand new. It's been on my nightstand quite a bit. It's gotten a good test run and it still looks really nice. I don't happen to know if they've sold out or not, but they're still really nice quality. I plan on still using it because I love it, but these are just such a big improvement step. For instance, if you told me this one was vegan leather, I would assume that. It's like plasticky feeling. This one feels like real leather. It legit surprised me how good this one felt. It's just nice and soft and beautiful, and it still has some like pebbling texture on it, but it's smooth and soft to the touch, and it has a little bit of give when you're touching it. It just really does feel leathery, where this one feels more plasticky. So we're gonna load it down with various things. Let's first up do 4 Makselife notebooks. So you can have all 4 of the companion notebooks. These happen to be various things: daily reflections, dot grid notebook, a companion notebook, which is the goal setting, and then also a companion notebook. So this is just the goal setting pages, but not the weekly pages in these kind of books, but there's 4 of them for a whole year. If you want all 4 of your companion notebooks in one folio, we're gonna test that out and see how it works. Let's pretend these are all folios. And we'll stick it in there. And when you have these at the beginning, the elastic bands, you have to kind of adjust them. And I try to put it like near the middle of the book so that it stays in nicely. And there's 2, 3, and then 4. And then when you're going to write in them, you can pull them out if you want to, or you can just leave them stacked and write actually in here like a big chunky book. So there's the 4 notebooks. Like you can see, it doesn't even bow out nearly as much, and there's still wiggle room in here. So we're gonna push it to its limits, guys. We're snapping it. There's still room. You can see it's still squishy. There's still room. Let's add another one. Pulling it from the other thing. So this is another Makselife size notebook. So if you have your own elastic band, you could probably stick another one, squeeze another one in there. Elastic band. So yeah, it was a tight squeeze where the elastics are making the notebooks pop out a little bit, but still, there's still a little bit of give with 5 notebooks in there, which is pretty awesome. I could totally see myself using one of these and having like a yearly sticker sneeze type planner in there. And then also a goal setting planner, reflections, a bullet journal style dot grid. You could do lots of things. So you don't only have to use Makselife. You can use other brand planners. So we're gonna, again, with 4 elastics, I'm gonna grab one of these thicker ones. So these are various things. This is a yearly take-a-note, so a full year planner. And then this is a half-year sterling ink common planner. So I'm just gonna stick these both in here. And I will also try testing it out, putting them in the back cover as well. So there's that one. Let's see, can we do that with another notebook? Yes, okay. Could you do 2 yearlies? Let's see, you want a work and a work planner and a personal planner and a goal setting and gratitude. I'm just hypothesizing here. So that would be 4. Let's go ahead and stick that one in the elastic loop. You can see there's some of my testing this take-a-note. I really love the take-a-note planner as far as like sticker sneeze stuff. Let's test it out. Okay, so you got 2 yearly A5s in there. They are the Tomoe River paper, so there are thinner paper, but they're still thick, chunky books, and 2 Makselife notebooks, and it fits. It closed just perfectly. So there you go. You can fit a lot in here. So if you want a work planner separate from a personal planner, you can still have your goal setting, reflections, or gratitude, however you want to divide it out. So this one's actually a half year because it has daily pages as well. This is a 4 pages per week spread yearly book. So let's see, I'm gonna grab my bigger sterling ink, and we'll test out what we can do with it. So probably wouldn't do a whole other yearly with this big one because it's yearly, monthly, and daily pages in these big sterling inks. So let's test it out with just a regular notebook and see what we can get away with. Got just a petite planner from Erin Condren here. These ones are stitched. Find the middle of that one. Finding the middle of that one was easy. All right, so we've got a notebook, a whole year and daily page Tomoe River paper planner from Sterling Ink. We've got our gratitude and reflections, and we also have our goal setting companion notebook. Look at that, it's totally gonna work. Look, I'm super excited about how thick and chunky these are. You can totally get away with so many different combinations. Like I've got some thinner notebooks too. Like this is a weekly page, this is a notebook that's just dot grid from Hubman and Tub Girl. It doesn't matter which kind of A5 size style notebooks, you can totally mix and match and just make up your own planner system so easily. So I'm totally going to be playing around with this and having a lot of fun with this. Now you can buy other elastic from like Amazon or various other actual planner companies sell them, and what you do is you loop two planners together with the elastic band. So if I wanted a fifth notebook in here, let's say I already have four, you loop these two together with another elastic band, and then you can stick in up to as many notebooks as you want in that capacity. So with that in mind, if I had elastic, I would actually physically show you that, but with that in mind, I'm going to show you, I have the collection of the 8 rainbow notebooks. These are the Makselife 8 rainbow notebooks. These happen to be the dot grid set, but there's also a lined set. So if you want 8 subjects in your folio, look, you can do 8 in the folio. Let's see if I can close it. There we go. They're not looped in right now, but you'd have to elastic band them in and they would work. They fit all 8. So I think that's super cute. I've seen other people mention they were going to have a gray folio and then have the rainbow colors on the inside, and I think that's just beautiful. So you could loop them in these and then loop them with other elastics that you would purchase separately from somewhere else. So that's all my thoughts for how to loop in notebooks. You can mix and match however you want, but I'm thinking I would use it very similarly to how I'm just set up my Hobonichi cover. I'm going to try to stick the back cover in this back flap and see if I can stick one in that way. Oh yeah, it's a little bit tight fit. Let's see if I can get it all the way in there. Oh yeah, so that's my thought process, is I would stick in like a big chunky monkey planner in the back and then stick in 4 possibly skinnier notebooks. Like if I just need a dot grid, let's stick in a dot grid. We're going to just make up something and see how it goes and see how it fits together. We've got dot grid. We've got our companion notebook, so we'd have our goal setting pages. We could also have, our reflections. There's also a daily intentions one of these you could use in here if you wanted to. And then let's see, what else do we want in here? I'm going to do like a slimline type of book. This could be like a content planner. You have the weekly pages. This one happens to be from Aura Estelle. So if I need a separate, different weekly set from my goals and from my like regular old planner, this one could be something I'd stick in here. So we'll say content planner. We're going to see if all of this can fit. So this is a way to get 5 different notebooks in here and have just one in the back flap and then 4 in the elastics. And it's going to be tight with this one. This is like pushing it to its max. Okay, it can be done. It's beefy and bulky, but it totally can be done, especially with that snap now. It's nice and sturdy. I was really trying to find a way to push it to its maximum capacity, and we got it, guys. We could totally do like 5 decent size notebooks, big chunky. Like that's a full year of Tomoe River paper planning. Yeah, totally could get away with doing that with 4 elastics and 1 in the back. If you picked a slimmer one of these, you could totally slip 1 in the front too. So we can try that as well. Let's say like a half year. We've got a half year sterling ink. Oops, not right flap. This flap. I guess you could stick it in that flap if you wanted to. Oh, maybe not. It's not going in very good in that back corner. I was going to say it might work for some notebooks. I'm trying to stick this one in. It is like, it takes finagling, and then these ones are like slipping around. I would pull all these out first before I do this, because it's like they're right in the wrong place trying to do this. Well, let's reevaluate. Let's pull these out. Give me some more space to work with. All right. Really testing the capacity here. Okay, got that one in all the way snug. So that's a half year. And then I would still stick in my same things I want. Goal pages. Could do so, like, possibilities here are just really endless. Also got a dot grid for extra notes and things. And then let's see, like maybe we have one subject of dot grid in here. We've got our reflections, we've got our content planning or health journaling or fitness planning, whatever you need a separate notebook for. And again, I probably will have to remove these to get a notebook in here, but let's say we want like a lined notebook. So I could grab another rainbow notebook and slip the cover in this front pocket. And again, there's notebooks in the way, which is making it harder to get it in. Okay. I'm wrestling with it now, guys. All right, let's try this again. We want a rainbow lined notebook in here. It can be done, I know it can. There we go. All right, it does take some finagling, especially if you have these notebooks like slipping around. I feel like I'm getting my whole arm into it. Okay, so that one's tucked in pretty good. It's a little bit crooked. Okay, there we go, straightened it up. Now I'm gonna stick these two on an elastic and see if we can still close it. It's the ultimate test. I love wrestling folios to get them set up to perfection. So yeah, I would totally use this like as a content planner with a weekly spread like that. So yeah, still again, bowing out super hardcore, but because of that button and strong magnet, it can be done. So look at that. There's one in the front cover, one in the back cover. All the elastics are being used. I just love it so much. I'm so excited about this. So I did end up getting 3 colors, which I showed in my overall haul video. I'm gonna pull them out and show them to you guys. Also, I got new dot grid notebook in the pink, which is beautiful. Light teal, or I would call it also aqua. We've got the raspberry, which is like a deep leaning pink. And then I also got the ballet pink. There are other colors of folios, but I chose these 3 because they're my colors. This one's the ballet pink, just a light pink. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm super excited about them, and I cannot wait to set them up and use them for traveling and also just like on my nightstand and set them up in various ways. I have really just loved A5 size notebooks and things. This last year I've loved the Folio system. I use other brands' Folio systems as well. I've just really gotten into this slim size type of planning. I love the Tomoe River paper planners. I also love the luxurious thicker papers. There's just so many companies and brands that make these small A5 size planners and notebooks and things that these folios are just perfect for that. So I am hooked, and I'm super excited to be able to show you guys these ones, and I will put these through ultimate tests, use them, and then review them in future videos in depth. So hope you guys liked this look at the folios. I am super stoked about them. Be sure to check down below for my coupon code and my affiliate link so you can do some shopping if you're interested. I hope you guys like this look, and if you have any questions about the folios, let me know and I'll try to test them out for you guys and answer your questions in future videos. So happy shopping, happy planning. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.